Hey guys, J Ray Rants. I said I'd be back to talk a little bit about the wax that is closing on eBay lately and what is there. And I love baseball cards, hockey cards, football cards mostly. I do like basketball cards. I have some nice basketball cards. Got a nice Rodman rookie and a few other things like that. Nothing too valuable, but some cool things, some nice Larry Birds and whatnot. But I like to go over what's going on eBay. So I go to highest first, and I go under wax as we have here. And the highest thing that's sold, for those of you who haven't heard, Probstein is actually leaving eBay, starting his own website. I can't remember what it's called, but the highest selling under wax is this incredible 8081 Tops box. Of course, right on the box they've got the Bird and Magic Johnson rookie card. The cool thing about this box, before it got wrapped, when the wrapper was checking all the packs to make sure they were authentic, one pack showing Bird Magic Irving on the back. That is so cool. I mean, with these old packs, Coalition whatsoever, or not whatsoever, but Coalition is pretty good. You're going to get two probably out of this box. Likely. If you bought two boxes, you're likely going to get at least three. You might get four. So to see one on the back of a pack, though, so cool because it just basically says, "Hey, for sure you're getting one. If anybody's worried about this, you are 100% getting one. There's one in the pack." And yeah, 15 large, well, almost 16 plus taxes and duties and ugh. They ain't cheap, but wow, would they ever be fun to open, to rip through that box. This is the next thing. I already took a little quick peek at this. Unbelievable. 74.75 from Greg Morris. Unopened wax box. I mean, wow. Almost 10K. I don't even know who's in this one, but what fun it would be to rip. This is so cool. 1962 Tops, 1 5-cent baseball pack from Four Sharp Corners. I mean, that's just astounding to me that this even exists. And 62, oh boy, everybody's there, man. Mays, Aaron, and Mantle are all in the league. Duke Snyder's still in the league. I can't off the top of my head think of the rookies, but I'm sure there'd be somebody pretty juicy, but just getting any of those other cards would be unbelievable. And it's $6,000 a pack. So the piece de resistance for us Canadians. I mean, there's one better box, obviously, that comes up quite often. It's the 86. That's the Mario Lemieux. But the 87 OPG, doesn't get much better than this. Patty Waugh. I told you my story in the first part about my buddy getting Patty Waugh's from the card store and the card owner saying, "Is that with an R or a W?" He didn't even know who he was. So what a box. This would be so much fun to rip. Pull Waugh's. Completely off-centered, completely out of focus. Just trashed right out of the box. But, man, it would be fun. It's the dream. It is the absolute dream. This is so cool. Another one of these. I did one in the first one. Somebody had one up for buy it now. This one actually sold. These are all sold, by the way, guys. New series 81 Tops basketball sealed. So I don't know a lot about early basketball. Of course, from 86 up, it's a lot easier. But 81, I believe, was the last year. So this would have been Bird's second year card. This seems like relatively cheap. I mean, it's $5,000. It's not cheap, but relatively compared to what I see PSA 10s go for. for some of the big stars. However, as we know, this is why they go cheap, because what you're pulling from this box, there are no guarantees. I once watched a guy open a case of 87 Topps baseball. I think he sent in about 17 cards to PSA. A case, not a box, a case. Because of all the little imperfections and the bad centering, any chance to get a 10, the card literally has to be pristine in every way, and it's so rare, and that's why you can still buy wax somewhat reasonably. $5,000 is not reasonable, but somewhat reasonably. And of course, we see these all the time. Unbelievable. This has the Jordan sticker on the back of the pack. $6,500 US for a pack. I mean, but could you imagine any of the rookies you could pull from there? I mean, I hope to see more of these being opened on YouTube by some of the rich guys that have gotten into the hobby. I'd certainly love to rip a box. This would be unbelievable. And then, of course, 88-89 Fleer, big year. The last of the rare boxes, low print runs, because the next year is when it all went to hell, and everything else is considered junk wax for about 5 years. And, yeah, this is a great set. I remember buying these when I was that age. Very hard to find in Canada. Very, very hard to find in Canada. But I seem to remember one place that did have them, brought them in. NBA was becoming a big league, a big-time league at that time. The bad boy Pistons ruled the world, right, at that time, with Rodman and Lambier and Isaiah Thomas and Joe Dumas. There's another box. There's another Fleer. This is so cool. We talked about this in the last video, guy putting one up for a buy now. They call these the Black Bar. I don't remember exactly why. I guess they went on discount. But this is a sealed one. Of course, this is the unbelievable chipping issues. These ones are so rare and high grade. This is Probstein again, folks, by the way. So you won't be seeing these on eBay much longer. But yeah, this is Jerry Rice and Steve Young, two Niners who would go on to win a Super Bowl together not too long after this. Another 8 years or so. Unbelievable box. There's another one. Oh, man. 1976 OPC WHA. Oh, my God. Wow. Oh. Mind-blowing. Just the art on the box itself sells it for me. It's just... Oh, a dream, man. A dream that I hope one day will come true. Wow, look at this. 2003 Topps Pristine. Ah, LeBron. The possibility of pulling a LeBron. But on the front of the box, of course, is Shaq. Wow. These must be pretty rare. Again, I'm not 100% familiar with them. It's funny how basketball are dominating right now. 77 Topps Mexican football. Don't know anything about that, but I do know about the 84 Topps. One of my favorite sets. Of course, I have raw John Elway, Dan Marino rookie cards, which are in this box. $3,000. That's, we're getting into more reasonable numbers here. That's not bad at all. $3,000 for a box that contains two of the greatest quarterbacks that ever lived. There's 81, Joe Montana, of course, 80-81. Topps, which is the Messier Bork. I'm not sure if Messier was in the Topps, though. I have to look that up. I keep talking about that. 81 Topps. This is cool. 1978 OPC. Wow. That is so cool. OPC Baseball. These are what came out in Canada, of course. They were pretty popular. 78, 80, 78, 79, 80, 81. Right through, right to the end. OPC got harder to find like by 89. But for about a 10-year period, this is what you could find in Canada. OPC Baseball. And of course, being Canadian kids, we all wanted tops because everybody talked about tops. But OPG is what we had before the card stores started to take over in the early 90s. Another 84, and I guess we'll just end it right here on this last Wayne Gretzky pack. This is a 979 OPG. The potential to pull a Gretzky rookie will cost you $2,600 US plus taxes and shipping. So, but I believe it's about a 1 in 12 or 1 in 13 packs that you should be able to pull a Gretzky. Now, again, they've all been randomized by then. Who knows? This guy could have just graded one pack, not the box. Who knows? You know, you get to those points where a guy opens up, you know, let's say, I don't know, 20 of the 36 packs in the box. And in those first 20, he gets 2 Gretzkys and then decides, oh, I'm not going to open any more of these because the likelihood is there won't be another Gretzky. And then those ones get graded, right? So you don't know. What we do know, because they're PSA graded, is that they are authentic and nobody has messed with them. So you will get, you know, nice cards. These will not be pristine, folks. You've seen how 79 OPG are cut. They were cut with a wire. So incredibly difficult to find, as we know from the pop of the Gretzky rookies in 10 and even 9. Even tops. These are really difficult, high-grade Gretzky rookies to find. And the other problem with this set is, you know, the other grouping of rookies is not great. You know, I love Bobby Smith, but nobody knows who Bobby Smith is now. And he didn't, you know, he's not in the Hall of Fame. You know, this is, you know, other than the Bobby Hall last card, the Gordie Howe last card, there's a few others in there. You know, the Dryden LaFleur Bossy. But there's not a lot of great cards in here, and that's why this is super risky, buying a pack and opening it. I'd still love to own a pack, but having the balls to open it, I don't know. I don't know if I could do it. But anyways, that's the current market. We will hopefully talk about some more. Maybe next one I'll just do... I've got some old sticker boxes to open, so you guys can take a look. Some hockey sticker boxes. So we'll do that in the next video. Okay, guys. Have a good one. Talk soon.